speaker is I'm just so excited to have her on the stage. And I know this time last year she wasn't even in Forever Living, another one. Wasn't even in Forever Living. She'd heard about Forever but had never looked at it. It wasn't for her. She had a focus in other areas at that time. So she's been in Forever for less than 10 months. So I want you to think about that. She's senior manager already. She's car plan level 1 already. She is structured for chairman's bonus for this year already. And she went manager in 8 weeks. She's never ever spoken on a big stage before. I know she's nervous, but I know she has no need to be because she's going to be amazing. Please give a warm welcome to Tracey Munro.
So I'm going to tell you a little bit about my background first. My name's Tracey Munro, and I started with Forever back in May. The reason I joined Forever was I used to be in the hair and beauty industry and decided to set up because it was hard trying to make a wage after paying out staff wages and all of the overheads. So I thought I found my answer, and I bought a travel franchise which cost me £12,000 at the time. I thought I could develop it working from home around the children. This time last year, I was struggling just to make even £50 a month from it. But Natalie Healy asked me to take a look at this Forever opportunity about 3 years ago, and I never even gave it a thought. But luckily for me, I was contacted again by Natalie, who was inquiring about booking travel excursions for when they were going to Hawaii. She said there was a BP on that evening, and did I want a link to listening to it? So this time I did. I watched the BP that evening, and I absolutely loved what I saw. I got so excited at what I could achieve from this company. So I borrowed the £199 from my dad and I joined in May. Our lives have changed completely in the last 8 months. So I'm now going to tell you how I got to supervisor in 2 weeks and 6 weeks later to manager and senior manager with car plan level 1 after 6.5 months of joining. Okay, so this is my, sorry, I've gone one slide too much. Right, so this is my incentive book. And this book is in your pack, not just to fill the gaps, but it's for you to look at and for you to use. And since I was shown my incentive book at my very first planning meeting, it was what got me really excited. And I knew that I had the opportunity, like anybody else, to go for these goals in my incentive book. I'm absolutely huge on goals, and when I set my mind on something, I do everything I can to reach it. So I went home and I filled in the book. And as you can see, I put a date by each goal so I can aim for each one. I look at this book every single week to see what I can achieve next. And I tick off one by one each time I achieve something new. Having goals and having goal boards are what excited me the most, and I think it's so important. I was told exactly what was expected of me, so this is what I've done. When I was shown the dream book, I thought it was strange doing a dream book at first. But after a few weeks, I realised how important it really was. So we all sat down as a family and made one together. The children have their pages, and even our dog has her page. And one by one we started to achieve things in our dream book, and we know that we can achieve anything that we want if we work hard enough. And when I talked to Natalie in my first planning, I told her I wanted to earn an extra £300 a month. And she said that was great, but when you do get to manager, you could be earning an extra £2,000 a month, and then maybe a 6-figure income. That's when I couldn't believe it. I've never earned that in my life, so I just thought, well, let's just go for manager then. So in May, I got to supervisor in the first 2 weeks. I ended May on 25cc, and of that, 12cc was my personal active. How did I get to supervisor in 2 weeks? I had my product launch, but before showing the products, I also wanted to show everyone the one-to-one that I had seen when I started, because that's what excited me the most. My upline did this for me at my product launch, and I recruited 5 people that day. I got my team all doing another 2 to 3 CC each over the next 2 weeks to finish the month, making sure we all had our 4 CC, because this is what I was told I always had to do. So we booked in their product launches quickly. I was also so nervous doing the launches because Natalie lived 3 hours away from me, but I just had to get on and do it. I was shown that to be successful, I had to go to every VP and every training day. So this is what I did, and I showed my team to do the same. And from day one, I had a very strong why. For me, it was to be successful. After failing so many times in different businesses, but always trying again. So make sure you have a very strong why, because this will push you to succeed a lot more. So in June, I reached assistant manager. I needed 50 CC to get there, but I ended the month on 61.582. My personal sales were 5.208, and only 1 clean 9 was sold in that time, a week before I reached assistant manager. I sponsored 4 more people, which was a further 8 CC. So how did I get to assistant manager in 6 weeks? I sponsored 4 more people in June, and what I put into the business is what I got out of it. I worked constantly by contacting at least 5 to 10 people every day. And if they wasn't interested, I asked if they knew somebody who may be interested, and could they refer them to me. I was again really nervous making them calls, but I knew that if I did, I could get to manager a lot quicker, and I would be having a fantastic income, and maybe Chris, who always works away, wouldn't have to work away as much at weekends, so I really had to go for that goal. So weekly on average, I booked between 4 and 5 personal one-to-ones in. I keep 2 huge whiteboards, and daily I volume map. I went back to my boards every time myself and my team got another CC. I've got my goals set out on whiteboard so I can visualise them daily. And go to every success day. The first success day I went to in June was absolutely mind-blowing. Seeing all those successful people was so inspiring to me, and made me want it even more. And you don't really understand the actual business or the momentum unless you go to these events. So show your team and lead the way by going to these events yourself. Again, I broke down all CC weekly and daily. I needed 50 CC in June, but aimed to finish at least 4 days before the end of the month, just in case I was short and I needed to work that little bit harder the last few days. So always plan and aim to finish a week before you want promotions. The whole team was aiming for 4 CC, and some were doing a lot more, ready to earn promotions themselves. Some were also starting to sponsor and build teams of their own. Again, I trained at all trainings that I could fit in throughout June. I worked close with a good friend of mine, Mel, throughout June, which was great to get used to doing product launches together, to get used to doing one-to-ones together. In the beginning, it helped us both build a lot more confidence. I was out almost every night or day, booking around 5 to 6 product launches in a week, whether it was coffee mornings or evenings. I also didn't sell my first clean 9 until the 3rd week of June, just before I reached assistant manager. My first manager, Mel, did a clean 9 and put her before and after pictures on Facebook, and she had 32 inboxes and sold 21 clean 9 that day. So I made manager in July. It was the 16th of July, 8 weeks after joining Forever. I needed 60 CC to get there, but I ended on 106.555, and my personal active was 5.484. My goal was to get manager by the 15th of July, because I was going away on holiday a week later, and I also wanted to be recognised at the July Success Day. So how did I get to manager by week 8? Again, I broke down the CCs. I aimed for 60 CC for manager and broke it into 2 weeks, which was 30 CC a week, and then into days to make it a lot easier. And not getting to manager in those 2 weeks didn't even enter my head, because I was going to do it and I went for it. Believe you will, and never have a doubt in your mind. I recruited 1 more person in July. Again, I volume mapped and counted. Again, I volume mapped and I counted where every CC was coming from, instead of just hoping to get CCs and not actually knowing where they're coming from. So I knew I'd get at least around 1 CC or more for a product launch, so how many product launches I needed to do, and my team, and how many CC I needed from recruiting and my team needed from recruiting, and all the others hitting their 4 CC. I kept a close eye on what my team were doing to achieve their CCs as well. We started having drop-in meetings once a week on a Monday morning for a few hours, just for the team to pop in for help and advice, which worked really well. And I did it. I got to manager on the 16th of July, a day after my goal date, but that didn't matter because I went for that goal and I reached it. I never switched on the TV in the whole 8 weeks. I never went out unless it was for product launches, meetings, plannings and one-to-ones. Because I knew if I put the work in, it would pay off a lot quicker and I would achieve exactly what I wanted to. I've even told Chris, my husband, not to speak to me for the next 2 years because I've got a massive job to do to get to Diamond. August was a fantastic month as well. I broke my first manager, Melissa Buckley. Mel made manager in less than 3 months of joining Forever. I worked close with Mel in June, but from July she began doing her own team plannings, her own one-to-ones and her own product launches. I was going on holiday and didn't see Mel for over 3 weeks just before she got to manager. But while I was in Spain on holiday, I still touched my business every single day. I got up an hour earlier than everyone else to send a few messages or follow-ups. Chris also started his 100 list as well while we were away. But we still had an amazing holiday and the kids didn't even notice that we were working. Mel again always had a clear plan and a clear goal date. Again, she wanted to reach manager by the end of August, and she did it, but this time a week early. All by duplicating and teaching her team to do exactly the same. So in September, I set clear goals and dates and decided I wanted to get to manager by November. We already had a supervisor in place, ready. So again, we set clear goals and clear plans for her because she's really big on goals and wanted to hit manager on the 27th of November. And guess what? She did it on the 28th of November, a day later. After just 4 months of joining Forever. Cathy was my second manager. A day over her target date, another amazing manager. Again, we've duplicated everything we've been shown from the very beginning, and we started regular training days and planning more with the teams because they were growing so fast. So I got to senior manager on the 28th of November, 6.5 months after joining Forever, with my second manager, Kath. And both my managers, Kath and Melissa, are coming up to seniors, and they should be seniors in the next 2 months as well. The downside to getting to manager quickly was that making my team think it was easy to get to manager within 8 weeks. I had a very clear goal, but not everybody else has. So when they didn't get to manager quickly, they got very disheartened. So I needed to keep them motivated and teach them that as long as they're consistent and persistent by doing 4cc minimum and to keep recruiting every single month, then their business will soon grow, whether it's a year down the line. But by being consistent themselves and with their teams, they'll have a good structure to develop a really good business. But there's still so many people in the team that still don't believe enough in themselves, and until they do, it just will not work. So we need to help change their mindset and help them to overcome their fears, so they believe they can do it. I believe in every one of our team members, and that by doing these simple things, they can achieve anything they want. I've never had one doubt ever that I can't do anything, and I never will. If you want something bad enough, there's absolutely no excuses. We motivate each other and keep praising team members up for everything they do, even if it's something small, to raise their beliefs. We have our own Facebook groups for our team, which we use daily to keep the momentum and keep the belief. So put a plan in place for each individual team member. I use a 5-month plan for when they feel ready to move up the marketing plan. But keep them focused still on doing their minimum 4cc every single month. And show them to teach their team to do 4cc and how to do things by doing them yourself. And leading by example is the very best way. So this is the 5-month plan that I give to all my team members who want to move up the marketing plan. Everything needs to be simple, so it's easily duplicated by everybody. And show your team to show their teams the 5-month plan as well, and so on. So if you stick to the plan and do 10cc in month 1, do 20cc in month 2, you'll reach supervisor by month 2. Do 30cc in month 3, and 50cc in month 4, and you'll reach assistant manager by month 4. And do 70cc more in month 5, and you would achieve a manager position by month 5. It's simple, it's easy, and it's just duplicating. And this is purely based on recruiting. But by giving each new team member this plan, they'll follow it, and your business and CC will grow in less time than set out above, and you'll move up the marketing plan a lot quicker. So break down every CC and show your team how to get these CCs. And as soon as you recruit, book in a plan in within 2 days of their NDP pack arriving. Make sure you'll book their first 2 product launches for them in the first 2 to 3 weeks of joining as well, to help them start building some regular customers. It gets them used to the products and gets the excitement from early on. and tell them to do exactly the same with all their new team members as well. I'm focused on recruiting. This is what the business is all about, recruiting. At least 2 new members every single month, and we will build an incredible business. I try and rebuild a new team of 5 people every 6 weeks to keep my business going strong. So by helping my team and showing them that I'm doing everything I was told from day one, they can achieve exactly the same. I've sponsored 26 people in 7 months, 9 since the end of November. We've had way over half the team that really want to achieve management positions, but they now understand that it is not a race and that everyone goes at their own pace, but what they're doing is being consistent and building a good, stable business. A day after getting to senior, I then reached car plan level 1, which was in my goal book for October. But at the end of October, I hadn't reached the goal. So me and Chris went out and found the car of our dreams, which was a Range Rover Evoque. We put a deposit down and we took our photos with it. So in November, I had no option but to work really hard that month to reach car plan as soon as I could. And I did. I reached it at the end of the month. I went a month over it, but it didn't matter because more importantly, I went for that goal. I also had my level 3 networking pin dated for February 2014, but reached it in November, 3 months earlier than expected. So as you can see, I set clear goals and clear dates along with my team. And if you follow a plan exactly and do exactly what you're told, it's hard to go wrong. Do this for every team member, and by teaching them the same method, your case credits will rocket. There's absolutely no excuse why you can't get to manager and build a great business unless you're doing your own thing. You're not listening, you're not doing plannings, trainings, and you're not using the proven way. I've worked really hard for this, and it's definitely paid off. Well, my life's changed incredibly since last May. My husband Chris is now able to come home soon after working away for a long time from home. He'll be able to work full-time on our forever business with me. Our future looks amazing, and I'm still as excited now as the day I started. So keep that momentum and our excitement every single day. And there's always so many goals and incentives to go for forever. So why not go for them? They're there for the taking. Go for everything you can. And one thing for sure is you can never get bored in forever. This Christmas was the first time we've never bought from a catalogue or had an overdraft. Our debts are clearing, and we will be debt-free by March at the latest. In 2014, my business goals are that I will be Eagle by the end of February at the latest. I've planned it and I'm almost there. I visualise myself there, and it doesn't even enter my head that I'm not going to do it because I will. And I'm planning getting ready for Chairman's Bonus Level 1 plus 2 in 2014, ready for 2015. I will go soaring by May as well. We've got plans in place, but I'm no longer chasing the pin because I'm now chasing the profits. I want to build a great stable business behind me, and soaring's a great stepping stone to get to Sapphire for that gem bonus. It's on my goal board, so I'm going to go for it. And the most incredible feeling in the business is seeing friends and others who struggled over the years starting to enjoy life a bit more, and to think that their future and their family's future is secure is just an amazing feeling. So yes, I've worked really hard, and why wouldn't you? Because if you could be earning a 6-figure income, car every 3 years, and have 2 amazing holidays for free every year, then yes, I'm prepared to work even harder this year because I know it works and hard work pays off. And if I can do it, then anybody can. We've had fantastic training today, and I can't wait to go home and get stuck in. Thanks so much, everybody. Have an incredible
Oh my goodness. What can I say? Okay, I'm just going to sum it up in 2 words. You ready? Work ethic. Yeah. That has just summed up that whole presentation. Work ethic. She's never met work in her life. A sponsor lived 3 hours away. She couldn't afford the box, so borrowed the money to buy it. Had a family at home, a husband who works away, could have made loads of excuses but didn't, and went manager in 8 weeks. So my question is, are you doing enough? I just think her journey is incredible, it's inspiring, the future is bright, you're absolutely right, no more worries for you. But what moved me more than anything, I guess, was when you said, It's been a joy seeing your friends who've joined you in forever no longer having to struggle and worry about money. You see, that's what we do. We give other people hope, we change their lives by running with the opportunity ourselves. Absolutely incredible. I love the fact that she says there's never any doubt in her mind, never any doubt whatsoever. Doubt is a killer. Doubt will stop you in your tracks, eradicate it from your mind. Please give Tracey another round of applause. It was incredible.